Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth. This week, we'll get an inside look into how Senior Peepers' 4th period class is going above and beyond to share their insight of Spanish with an elementary class at Aboite. We'll tell you more about a Spartan family who puts on a Christmas light show each year in their own front yard. We'll take a look into former Homestead Spartan Bryce Garrett's baseball documentary that is premiering next week. And to wrap up the show, we'll get you caught up with performing arts in an all-new Behind the Curtain. All this and much more on today's episode of HHS In-Depth.
Today is Friday, December 13th, and thank you for tuning into HHS In-Depth. I'm Will Cheritini.
And I'm Carly Swimiller. And Will, we are just 1 week away from hearing the very last bell of the semester. I, for one, am so excited for that break.
I'm so ready to be done with all my finals and just enjoy that 2-week break.
Yes, me too. And with that break also comes the colder temps. Luckily, we now have weather reporter Matthias Arizmendi joining us in studio to give us a look into this weekend's weather.
Yeah, Carly, you're absolutely right. The weather the past couple of days have had a drastic change, with today's high only reaching a high of 31 with partly cloudy skies. But as for Saturday, we'll see some rain coming in with an increase in temps, reaching 47. So keep an eye on the sky because you might need an umbrella. Finally, Sunday looks similar to Saturday, with the only difference being the high of 48. I'll be back later on in the show to tell you about next week's forecast and what you can expect outside for finals. Matthias Arizmendi, HHS In-Depth.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
Last Wednesday, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was shot and killed in New York City outside of a Hilton hotel. The alleged suspect, Luigi Mangiorni, was arrested in Pennsylvania on Monday after being tipped off by a local McDonald's employee. Investigators believe the attack was deliberate. United Healthcare and other organizations have reached out to express their deep sorrow from Thompson's death. And in local news, the beloved chicken finger chain Raising Cane's has opened its first restaurant here in Fort Wayne, located by the Coliseum. But this hasn't been an easy process. The chain had many setbacks in their opening date. To celebrate the grand opening of the restaurant, 20 lucky Caniacs received the chance to have free canes for a whole year.
Thank you, Will, for some news outside the walls of Homestead. We'll be right back on HHS In-Depth.
Hello, students and families of Homestead High School. Starting in January, after winter break, teachers will be moving to the south side of the building in the main lot. This is in order to begin construction on the new parking lot. There's going to be limited student parking in the main lot, with student spaces available south of the yellow line. Student parking will continue to be available at the environmental lot, Summit Middle School, and its adjacent lot next to the community baseball field. And as a reminder, students, make sure your parking tags are displayed and that you are parking in a designated student parking location. Any cars parked in a designated staff space without a parking sticker will be ticketed and/or towed.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
Throughout this semester, Senior Peeper and his Spanish 4 class have gone over to Aboite Elementary School to teach 4th graders a bit of basic Spanish. Reporter Mara Nicholson is here to tell us more.
Aprender español es fácil. If you didn't understand what I just said, you probably haven't learned Spanish or haven't taken it in a while. Either way, most of us get the option to start learning a world language in middle school. However, these Spanish 5 high school seniors decided to change that for these elementary schoolers.
It's been really amazing to see them, how excited they are about world languages, because we hope when they get to Homestead in a few years, they'll want to continue in French or Spanish or Latin or sign language if we're able to have it by the time they get over here.
Like anything worth doing, this experience took time and effort from these seniors in order to prepare for being the teacher in the 4th grade classroom.
We walked over in August so that the high school students could meet the 4th grade students, and during that brainstorming session, the elementary students came up with a list of themes that they wanted to learn this year. And we run through some slides, we do some checks for understanding as they're learning, and then once we've gone through that teacher part, we do some sort of a game. So the elementary students love Kahoot, so we've done a couple of Kahoots.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, in the United States, more than 41 million people speak Spanish as a first language. And the U.S. is home to nearly 12 million bilingual Spanish speakers. This makes it the 2nd largest Spanish-speaking country in the world. Yet, we are one of the only few countries that still does not require students to learn a language during the intermediate years of education.
I think it's valuable for the elementary students because hopefully it inspires them to want to continue studying a world language when they get to Summit or Woodside or Homestead. But I also think it's important for the high school students because I think it's really important for them to give back.
Obviously, Senor Pieper and his Spanish students are providing these elementary schoolers with an incredible opportunity in hopes that it gets them excited to learn a world language in the future. Mara Nicholson, HHS In-Depth.
Thanks for the story, Mara. Students, time is running out to snag your yearbook at the lowest price of the year. You have just 2 weeks left before the cost increases by $10. Order yours now at yearbookforever.com or by scanning the QR code in the graphic shown on the screen. If you're unsure whether you've already placed an order, email Miss Barrett at the email address shown here to confirm. Don't miss out on this discounted price.
The annual semi-formal took place here at Homestead this past Saturday. The night was filled with dancing, music, pictures, decorations, and a whole lot of fun with friends. Senor Pieper sat down to give us a wrap on how the turnout was.
Heard a lot of good feedback from students as they walked in, the way the decorations turned out, and again, all that credit goes to the sophomore class. Biggest difference this year is we had both sides of the cafeteria open because the annex last year was still being constructed when we had semi-formal. It was fun to be able to see the students outside of the classroom in a more of a social situation, having fun with their friends, and it's always fun as teachers to be able to interact and chat with our students outside of the classroom setting.
The Spartan Spirit Store has seen major upgrades this year, featuring new merchandise and extended hours. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Mr. and Mrs. Lorenz, the store is now better than ever. To check out the current schedule, refer to Parent Square message or email Mrs. Lorenz directly at the email address shown below.
Spartans' first semester finals week is here. Over 3 days, you'll tackle 7 periods of exams with extra time built into the schedule. Make the most of it by planning ahead, reviewing your notes, and getting plenty of rest. Stay focused, stay hydrated, and don't hesitate to reach out to your teachers if you need last-minute help. Remember, confidence and preparation are key. Good luck and finish strong.
This past Tuesday, students a part of Interact Club got together to bake treats in order to show appreciation and support for our faculty here at Homestead.
Today's event was actually an idea by my vice president, Mason. He had the idea a couple weeks ago at one of our meetings. We are making cookies for teachers for finals week because we think that students have it hard during finals, but so do teachers. So cookies are like a nice stress reliever, I'd say, and an incentive. I'm actually very happy with the turnout today. Usually we have about like 30 to 40 members per meeting. So this was a pretty good turnout during such a busy week, especially. These are first-year members, second-year members, third-year members. So it's really great to see everybody coming together. And I had a really great time today, especially like helping out everybody.
Class of 2025 Spartans, if you are planning to participate in the graduation ceremony on Sunday, June 8th, you must have a cap and gown. To avoid a price increase, please plan to order them before December 31st by scanning the QR code shown in the graphic.
FCC LA is selling candy cane candy grams during all lunch periods today and Monday with delivery on Tuesday. The cost is $1 and you can find their table at the back of the cafeteria.
For the last 26 years, the Girardot family has decorated their house annually for the holiday season. Reporter Taylor Ham joins us now for a behind-the-scenes look at how they pull this off each year.
As the winter season arrives, one certain Spartan household becomes the center of attention each holiday season, drawing in a line of viewers to see this enchanted show. But how much work does it take to actually get here?
Well, a lot of times when I tell people that this is my house, they don't even really know that it was me in the first place. So a lot of people, it might come as a shock to them, but we pretty much start putting up all the Christmas lights in October when it's warmer weather because it's just easier to get them up that way. I was born into the light show. For the last 18 years that I've been alive, for me personally, I don't think that there's any downside to it. I've always really enjoyed just how it brings the community together and how much joy it brings everyone.
Not only does the show provide entertainment, but they also give back to the Fort Wayne community.
The year that we ended up doing the viral video of the Christian Watford shot, somebody came out to the house, they recorded our home, they put it out on the internet, and it just caught fire. We had decided that year that if we could drive people here to our homes, what we wanted to do was find a way to do something good with just people coming in and out of the street. So we partnered with Community Harvest, and every year, we've donated food down to the Community Harvest Food Bank, and it gives us great pleasure to be able to do that.
If you'd like to experience this truly unforgettable show for both friends and family, including all the holiday classics, the Girardot household will be hosting their show every day until January from 5:30 to 10 p.m. So make sure to come out and enjoy it while it lasts. Taylor Ham, HHS In-Depth. Happy holidays, Spartans.
The weather is all over the place this week with temps ranging in the 30s and mid-50s. We already know that Saturday and Sunday reach 47 and 48, but as for next week, the sun comes and goes with Monday having a high of 55, which is the warmest we'll see the whole week. Tuesday and Wednesday hover around 39 and 40, and finally Thursday goes back down to 36. And if you ask me, the cold never bothered me anyway, but if you do have plans to head out, make sure to stay warm. Matthias Sersmendi, HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth. You may have noticed posters around school with the phrase "bring it home" and wondered what they mean. To explain those intriguing posters and share details about an upcoming event you do not want to miss, here's reporter Josh Bobe.
Every year, athletic teams of Homestead make it to the postseason. But last year, the Homestead baseball team had a chance to make history. And Homestead alumni Bryce Garrett decided he would document their progression throughout the regular season and into the postseason.
Bring It Home is a baseball documentary that's covering the Homestead baseball team's journey throughout their 2024 season to the state championship, but basically we are just recapping their whole season in a mini documentary.
Homestead's media program has helped Bryce create this in many ways, such as getting on-field access, building his filming and editing skills, and much more. But he and his filming crew still face many challenges throughout their journey, even with the team.
For filming documentaries, it's a lot different than filming regular sports, so you have to worry a lot more about the scene-setting shots and all the shots that kind of build up the atmosphere around the game rather than just filming the players and their highlights.
One of the other issues was the editing portion. We spent about 5 or 6 good months going through footage and editing this thing and doing multiple revisions, and it's been hours and hours of sitting down at a screen and really putting this thing together.
Bryce has put many, many months of hard work and dedication into this documentary, and looking back, he has so much to be proud of.
I'm most proud of the fact that at the level that we're at, we were able to accomplish what we did accomplish. The fact that we were able to film all of it, edit all of it, and get to this point where we now have a product to show for it is something that I'm going to be very proud of and am very proud of right now.
Make sure to get your free ticket to come and support Bryce and the baseball team for the showing of the documentary, Bring It Home, coming to this auditorium in just 8 days on December 21st. You can scan this QR code or follow Bryce Garrett on Instagram to get your tickets. Josh Bobe, HHS In-Depth.
Friday on YouTube at Homestead Media.
Welcome to Behind the Curtain. I'm Justin Estrada. These last couple of weeks have been full of excitement for the Performing Arts Department. This past Monday, Homestead's jazz band had its winter concert, followed by the orchestra concert Tuesday evening. Moving on to choirs. Elite, Class Royale, and Concert Choir had its winter concert on December 11th. All the shows took place here in Homestead's new auditorium, with Elite soloist Allie Jenkins singing All I Want for Christmas Is You, and a duo solo with Hanaya Harvey and Elise Young singing Santa Baby, and Class Royale soloist Madison Steinberger singing Silent Night by the end of the night. Our dance team's first competition is tomorrow in Greenfield, so be sure to go out there and support them. This wraps up the past few weeks of the performing arts, so be on the lookout for more performing art news on the next edition of Behind the Curtain. Have a great day, Homestead, and a holiday season, and New Year's. Justin Estrada, HHS In-Depth. Will, Carly, back to you.
Thank you, Justin, and thank you for watching our show today. This has been the last episode of HHS In-Depth of 2024.
Make sure to follow our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We'll see you here back again during the second semester for some brand new stories coming your way.
Enjoy your weekend and good luck on your finals next week.